What is up, everybody? It's your boy Doody back again with a special announcement. That's right. DSP has some late breaking news, and apparently he was so excited he decided he needed to do a second daily wrap last night after his gameplay. That's right. After he posted his daily wrap, he decided, ooh, I have great news. I need to share this with the entire internet because everyone is waiting with bated breath and everyone cares what happens to Dark Side Phil. So he decided, you know what? Let me make a video, post it, and get some hype going, as Phil likes to say. That's right, hype around the Asmongold versus DSP, or as I titled it, Asmongold versus the Pigroach. That's right, and apparently it's happening on Monday. And yeah, Phil is super excited. He's excited because hopefully he can make a new friend and he can get a recurring guest on the podcast, especially someone as Sir Moise. I mean, not Sir Moise, but Sir Asmongold. And of course, most importantly, he's hoping that more dents will come and check out his channel. And of course, you know, he's under this delusion that he's going to make Asmongold and the entire internet believe that the detractor content is fake information. So let's get into it. Let's see what Phil had to say on this special late breaking video regarding Asmongold versus the Pigroach.
What is up, everyone? DSP here with a really quick update, but a pretty important one. Over the last several days, as many of you probably already know, there has been a little bit of back and forth between myself and the creator and streamer Asmongold. He was watching Detractor stuff of mine, and I basically called him out and was like, you know, why don't you talk to me about it? Rather than just believing blindly everything that they say and then giving them attention on your streams.
And by the way, Phil, he's going to continue doing that. What you have to say to him is not going to change one iota of what he currently does with his content. What you don't understand, Phil, is Asmongold isn't Barbara Walters. He's not, you know, Mike Wallace. He's not about, you know, figuring out the truth when it comes to low-cal culture. He doesn't give a shit like most people, Phil. He just likes to watch and laugh. And how exactly are you going to explain lying to your viewers about WWE champions? How exactly are you going to, make him believe that you don't beg? How exactly are you going to do that? Are you going to sit there and say, well, that's out of context? Because I bet you any amount of money, Asmongold is going to throw it back in your face and say, it's not out of context. It's not out of context. And the other thing he's probably going to throw in your face is that most of those videos aren't detractor videos. They're clips of yours. Unedited clips. How exactly are you going to explain that? I really can't wait for this interview because it's one or two things is going to happen. One, it's going to come off very similar to the Phil Girl with PPP, the last Phil Girl with PPP, where Ashton just tore into Phil for an hour, and you can see he was so uncomfortable to the point where he had a meltdown. Or it's just going to be super boring. I'm pretty confident it's going to be the first. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be, you know, fun. And of course, Phil is going to be sitting there the whole time being defensive, right? And answering questions and retconning stuff. I'm pretty positive that's what's going to happen. And yeah, I mean, I really hope Asmongold is taking this not really seriously, but I hope that he's not just going through the motions with this, and he really presses Phil. You know, because what Phil wants to do is he wants to get him. He thinks if he can string along the right words, right, or the right lie, that it's gonna make everything go away. And if he can get Asmongold to believe him, then, you know, that's one giant step for the entire internet to believe Phil. It's not going to happen, Phil. The internet has cemented their view on Darkside Phil, and there's literally nothing you can do, Phil. I'm sorry, Phil. There's nothing you can do. Like you've said before, you can cure cancer, you can save a hospital of babies, but the internet will still look at you as a low-cal and a joke. And you know what? You've said that multiple times, and I agree with you. There is literally nothing you can do to change the opinions of the mass majority on the internet, Phil. But you go ahead and keep trying because it's just more content for me and the detractors. So let's keep going, folks.
keep in mind that Asmongold is absolutely huge on the internet. And I do feel that when these bigger content creators watches that kind of content, they give a highlight to someone who isn't necessarily telling the full story, and in a lot of cases is purposefully stretching the truth or telling an exaggerated truth in order to get a rise out of the internet and get clickbait views. So surprisingly enough, he
okay, Phil.
responded,
Wait.
"We have a little."
Okay, Phil. Okay, you tell me this exactly. How exactly is me posting a clip and doing commentary or whatever, right? Around you taking away messages from your audience, your kick audience, because they weren't supporting, and then you setting up a goal of 150 subs within a 3-day span, and if you didn't hit it, you basically told your viewers to fuck off, that you're never ever going to give it to them. How exactly is that being taken out of how exactly, Phil? I want to hear that explanation. I really do. I really want to hear that explanation. And the other thing too here is just, Phil, this video proves exactly what detractors have said for years. This man suffers from narcissism. He suffers from what's the term? First player or whatever it is. I'm not sure what the term is, but essentially this man thinks that he is the center of the universe and everything revolves around him, and that everyone in the world is hyper focused on Phil. And they're not, Phil. I'm telling you, PPP said it best when he said that the DSP Nortex is a niche part of the internet. It is small. It's probably anywhere between 20 and 30,000 people that watch you on the regular, laugh at you, know exactly who you are, and mock you. That's pretty much it, Phil. And then the rest of them are just casuals that like to laugh at a locale at your stupid behavior. That's really it, Phil. It's a small niche of, the 8 billion people on this planet, okay? But of course, Phil doesn't think that. Phil thinks basically that he's the center of the universe, that everyone on the internet in the universe stops what they're doing. Surgeons at a hospital, they make sure that they don't, schedule a surgery between 2:30 and 4 o'clock every day because they can't miss the level 1 podcast because they have to see what Phil has to say. That's literally what this man thinks. This is what he thinks about himself. And it's just not, Phil. I'm sorry. You really need to come to the acceptance that no one cares. And this interview, Phil, no one cares. You're not going to change anyone's mind. You're not going to change anyone's heart. All this is just going to do is give your detractors more content, Phil. I'm telling you right now, next week, the detractors are going to be feasting all over this interview. Really, it is. And I'm not complaining about that. I'm not, but, I love watching Phil just, think that this is the thing that will save the business. Yes, this will save the Asmongold will save the business. And I'm sorry, Phil. I just, nothing, Phil, can save the business. I'm sorry, because you inherently are just a scumbag and that never's going to change. Until you realize that what you do is negative, you're excessive begging, you're treating people like crap, right? Until you realize that, you're still going to be the locale of the internet, and it's not going to change. And the other thing too is, you got 18 years. You have 18 years, Phil, of being a scumbag. I'm sorry. One interview with Asmongold, I don't give a shit how many subscribers he have or followers, is not going to change the internet's conception conception of you. It's just not going to happen. So let's keep going.
A little bit back and forth this week about possibly doing a co-stream, but it just didn't come together. So I wanted to let everyone know there is an update. All right. Today we spoke, and we will be doing a co-stream on Monday, November 24th, starting at 12 noon Pacific time, roughly going around 2 hours. Okay. It will be co-streamed here on DSP Gaming on YouTube, as well as
no one will
DSP
watch.
Gaming Real channel on Kick. But he'll also be streaming it on his channels. I believe he is
where everyone will
exclusively
watch.
Streaming on Kick as of now.
Well, everyone will watch. Or
I'm
raw
not sure
Phil.
exactly what will be brought up, but the whole point of this was if he actually has questions for me based on what he's seen in this detractor content, I'd like him to ask me. For example, he believes that I was banned on Twitch. That's never happened.
Again, see, hyper-focused on one thing. And again, we've explained this to no end. Banned and departnered are the same exact thing, Phil. They're interchangeable. That's what people do. They say, oh, the person was banned when they really mean they were the partner. That's what he was talking about. And the other thing, Phil, is you have been banned. You were banned multiple times. Now, it may not have been permanent, but you were banned, right? So if you want to look at semantics and you want to be hypercritical, right, and hyper focus on something, if someone says you've been banned, that is actually factually correct. You have been banned off of Twitch multiple times, okay? So if you really want to get nitty gritty, okay? But what Asmongold was referencing was that you were departnered, which is true. You were departnered because of hateful slurs.
Sure, there's been times when maybe I had my hand slapped because of a little
you were banned
here or there.
You were banned
a day or whatever. Never have I actually been banned on Twitch, and he thought I was.
Phil, you're full of shit, Phil. You're full of shit. When you literally get banned, when you get removed, right? When you get removed from YouTube, not from YouTube, from Twitch, it actually shows that this person, when you look up their name, it's going to say this person has been banned for TOS violations. There is actually a website that posts everyone that's been banned on Twitch on the daily. You can go to Twitter and there's a notification that says this person has been banned. We get them every other day for LTG, so that's how we know he's been banned. So don't sit there and say, well, I wasn't banned, I was given a timeout. Again, Phil, you're using semantics. You were banned. You were banned multiple times, Phil. And if I really want to be a douchebag and go back and count how many times you've been banned, I can do that.
Was because that's what my detractors say. So we're going to talk about all that kind of stuff.
And the other
to
thing,
be honest with everyone,
your detractors, there's no video out there that says you were banned. No video out there that says DSP was banned from Twitch, he went to YouTube. No one says that. All the videos that are out there are talking about when you were departnered and you decided to leave Twitch to go back to YouTube because you couldn't live on the monetization without the monetization on Twitch. Those are the only videos out there regarding that saga, Phil.
Everyone, my expectations, I'm hoping that it's entertaining, but not just for drama
reasons.
Maybe
it's going to be,
we'll
Phil.
talk about other things. You know, Asmongold actually is an avid gamer just like me.
He's not going to talk about gaming.
Actually maybe talk about some games or other things going on rather than just...
no, he doesn't respect you, Phil. He doesn't respect your opinion, and he shouldn't respect your opinion on gaming because you're a terrible gamer. He knows specifically that you're a terrible gamer. He's brought up the fact, too, that you were so bad at Zelda. He's seen the clips, he's seen the videos, he knows that you are a bad gamer. So he's not going to value your opinion.
Drama around my detractors and what they say about me, but I'm not sure. I guess we're going to have to see. But
Phil, Phil, I'm telling you right now, the whole thing is just going to be all about your detractors, brother. Way to step into the trap, Phil. Way to step into the trap. Loving it. But again, like I always say, Phil's biggest detractor is Phil himself. He's the biggest detractor. He is because he constantly, it seems like every 6 months, he comes up with this scheme, this money scheme where he's going to become popular again. You know, he did it with Craig, with Mike Klum, with Kino Casino. He tried it with Keemstar. He tried it with Craig. He tried it with it's just over and over and over again. And every single time it just failed in his face. It just blew up in his face. And I don't expect this to be any different.
But anyway, I wanted to put out this very short video to let you know it's going to happen Monday, November 24th.
Thank you, Phil. We appreciate you letting us know.
And on Asmongold's channel. Check it out. All right? We even got a little bit of hype going. So if you ever wanted to see...
by the way, he stole that from someone. If you actually Google Asmongold versus DSP, this image comes up. He didn't create it.
Two epic people from the internet meet.
Sure, Phil.
It's coming. All right? All right. Hopefully this answers all the questions. And hopefully
such a loser.
I'll see you then.
Phil, you are such a fucking loser, bro. You shit like this, man, is why I love detracting and staying in the vortex and the snortex. I know we have bouts of periods or times where it's slow and there's not much going on, but it's stuff like this that just makes it just amazing. Chef's kiss. I love it. Monday, I'm probably going to stream maybe in the morning, but if not, definitely going to stream Tuesday, and we'll dissect the interview. It's going to be great. I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be some fireworks. I think Phil is going to retcon shit. I think he's going to get caught in his lies, and I have a feeling that Asmongold is going to call him out in his face and say, I don't believe you. You're a fucking liar. and just, I mean, if he cares that much. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he might be nice to him and say, well, and give him advice. That might happen. Because again, Asmongold really isn't invested in any of this. This isn't going to change how his viewers think about him. You know, he could be as sweet as hell to Asmongold, to Phil, and it's not going to change one bit how people think of Asmongold. It really isn't. You know what I mean? It's not like going to be if he flubs the interview, he's going to lose hundreds and thousands of subs. No, they don't care. His viewers don't care. So maybe Asmongold's just like, whatever, it's just going to be a conversation or whatever, and just leave like that. Or if what Asmongold is saying, that he wants to make an entertainment piece of content, then you know that he knows that talking about detractor shit and troll shit and him being a douchebag is the way to go. Anyway, hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace out.